before we really start diving into this, I know you have a shout out you want to make.
Really quick, I just wanted to let everybody know, all the listeners out there, I know a lot of Challenge fans have heard about this, but one day before All Stars 4, we actually lost a fellow Challenge fan. Her name was Emily, and she passed away on April 9th. She was very, very excited for All Stars 4. She was highly anticipating seeing Cars return, so this has been really difficult for her boyfriend, Mario, and we just wanted to take a second to just kind of send our love out to Mario, send our love out to Emily's family, and we are, dedicating the entire season, the recaps this season, to Emily, to Mario, to their families. We wish you guys the best. We wish we could, do something. We know there's nothing we can really do in this situation, but we do send our love out, and, we hope, Mario, that you're able to enjoy All Stars 4, whether it's now or sometime in the future. But for right now, we are going to enjoy it on behalf of Emily. So everybody send your love out to Emily and Mario.
Is this thing on?
Can I just say, at some point, I hope Katie's iPad resets and she gets the dynamic zoom again.
Oh my God.
Was so great.
I'll do that one time. I'll just do it to throw you off.
Fuck yeah.
I'll just turn it on and no one's going to know until it's like, vroom.
Start practicing in your off time so you know what you can do to trigger it. Like you just go like this and just comes in. You're like, no.
What?
Oh my
shit.
God. That was a funny ass episode.
Yeah, it was. Look at us go. Look at us.
Until Northline.
All right. Shall we?
We're here.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this intro. It's been a while. I feel out of practice.
There's a lot of us here.
Do you remember everyone's name?
No. I wasn't even sure Katie's name was Katie when I was saying it. I was like, was that right? I'm just going to roll with it. She hasn't said anything yet. So,
hasn't said anything yet.
Just you.
Hey, you.
I don't know what to do with my hands. It's been so long.
We back, bitches.
We back.
What's going on, everyone?
Oh my God. I'm way too excited, guys. Like, oh.
My name is Jeff. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Challenge Fandom Podcast. You've got myself, Rick Hayes, my beautiful wife, Corrina Hayes. We've got Tony, Stats and Info Lance. We've got Katie, Bad Blood Pahura, Josh, motherfucking Chambers, and Alexis, Tex Rawson. Let's go. We're recapping All Stars 4.
That was amazing.
Fuck yeah.
You did that thing.
Don't let me get control of the buttons, because shit like this is going to happen a lot now.
The more you know.
Yeah. So, with that lovely intro being done, welcome back, guys. And I wanted to ask you guys all, so what'd you think of episode 1 of All Stars 4?
My heart is so fucking happy. It was so goddamn good.
Oh my God.
Face hurt from smiling within like the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes in. I'm like, this is literally everything that we have been missing.
Thank you.
Yes.
That we've been complaining about. It has all of the things like my heart.
Oh my God. Yes. It was so perfect. The nostalgia, just everything about it. And you know what? I was saying this to Rick earlier. I said it to somebody online on our Instagram page who was being a little sourpuss about the damn season already. And all I have to say is, if you don't like these first 2 episodes of All Stars 4, just give up. Just give up, because you're never going to be satisfied.
Yeah.
You're never going to be satisfied with anything the show ever does. Like, I don't understand how you could be upset about these first 2 episodes. They were fucking phenomenal. So just give up at this point and just go home. Okay. Stop wasting everybody's fucking time.
That was the one I helped with, wasn't it, Corrina?
It was.
Yeah.
I heard about that back and forth.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
sorry
you
I
for the
missed that.
backup, by the way.
My pleasure.
It's so true. Like, if you're not going to love these, especially this first episode,
Yes.
with the music, the titles,
The music.
just say you don't like the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not
Yeah.
a challenge fan. That's acceptable to say.
And it's okay. It's fine. It's
Yep.
okay. We all grow out of things, but it
Yeah,
just.
I had to get new pants,
Facts.
but I still watched the challenge.
If you're not happy with this, I just don't know what you're ever going to be happy with, honestly. Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's true.
It was great. It was so good.
No, I have nothing else to say other than it was fantastic. So thank you for tuning in tonight. No, I'm joking.
Bye. Bye.
So, no, I just want to say, how glad are you guys to see Brandon back on our TV?
Brandon, my God, dude.
I personally hung out with him in Vegas and went to his house. So, dude, I'm super excited to see him back on the TV.
I feel like everybody is so excited that he's there too.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I honestly, so when I saw that Brandon was going to be on the season, first of all, I was very excited because we've talked to Brandon before. He's a super cool guy. I've always seen like that competitive side to him, but he never really got good showings on the show before. So it was like I was expecting the fans to kind of push back against Brandon a little bit, but it doesn't really seem like they have. And then, of course, he comes out and fucking kicks ass right away. So it's like, I was just like, dude, so well done. I was so happy to see him back. I was so happy to see him doing good. And, I'm excited to see him play this game. Hopefully he's like in it for the long haul because we've never seen him play long term through a whole season. So I'm really hoping to just see him play out this whole season, honestly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, 100%. One thing I kind of wanted to ask you guys and get your opinion. What did you think of the intro titles for all the guests?
They were so good.
They were perfect.
Nailed it.
I was standing up in the living room and we have like a giant TV over our fireplace. And I was like cracking up at every single one and like every single thing. I was like, oh, the music. And I was like, the stats. And I was like, why is All Star so good?
The
was
Funk
great.
Show brother starting us off. I was just like,
Yes.
and all the clips that they showed in that reel before we got going.
Oh
for
my
intro-
God.
Oh my
It
God.
was
But-
great.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, my face hurts already.
The only complaint that I have about it is that they dropped it on Instagram before the episode.
Yes.
That is weird.
Yeah,
I-
save that.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I
So
didn't see
I was
it either.
completely shocked when I turned on the episode. I was like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing.
Anytime I saw it, I was like, nope, not yet. It's full.
Yeah, I just wasn't, I think I just wasn't on much on Wednesday, huh?
Yeah.
I must not have been.
I
Tuesday.
saw it. Anytime I saw something challenge, I just scrolled
Scrolled,
because I was
yeah.
like, no, I want to see this for what it was.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
we all know this situation. Let's not pretend this was filmed 3 months ago. As I so eloquently heard it put earlier today, that it's in the time that this is filmed and been released, Cam and Leroy have conceived and then carried and delivered a brand new baby into this world who is like now over a month or two old. So
Yeah.
Tony
like,
and his wife, they got married.
Yep. Yep.
yeah.
I'm trying to think of, I feel like those are the only like big standouts. But
There's been a lot. Laurel and Nicole.
They've been in a relationship and not
And
in a
then
relationship.
broken up and then got back together and then broke up again. So they've got 2 times since All Stars has ended. Or since All Stars filmed. Just crazy.
It's been a long time. So take what you're seeing with a grain of salt. I mean, because a lot's happened since then.
It's like I said in the chat, it has more of a time jump than a Doctor Who episode, which is strictly based on time travel.
It's crazy. Crazy.
It's like watching Back to the Future is really
Yes.
what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like, so it was quaint back in 1923. Hello, quaint people from the past.
Man, that house though was far from quaint. It looked
Oh, yeah.
awesome. Everything but the pool.
the pool was pretty quaint.
So I want to ask you guys, did you know that that's actually the same house that they use for World Championship?
No, I did not.
What?
Yeah, but we never saw that swimming pool or anything.
The windows, I see
Yeah.
it now.
We had the swimming pool and that weird slide and the swing.
That's probably smart of them to buy places like that. Because think about if something like COVID were to happen again, that would be their property and they wouldn't have to like really stop filming because of Like that's theirs, you know?
I think that's what triggered them to start doing it, because they bought that house in Croatia right after 35.
Yeah, they bought South Africa, Argentina, and Croatia, I believe. Is
the three that they've purchased.
Which is weird because
I know of that we know.
Never mind. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Pin it.
My favorite intro title, and I don't give a shit because I know he's catching a lot of it, but is Jay, the guy
who couldn't finish the drink, who couldn't drink the drink.
Yeah. Thank you.
People come up to me, they don't know my name, they just know I couldn't finish a drink.
Oh my god, that's sucky, dude. That's sucky. No wonder he wanted to come back for redemption.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder. If that's true. Yeah. Could you imagine? Like you almost have to come back at this point. At that point, you know what I mean? Like you got to come back and end at least on a better note. Even if you get eliminated and sent home, at least that's a better note to leave the show on than fucking quitting in the final. Like crazy. But I will say though, aside from Jay's, because it was great, and I love me a little petty moment, and that was amazing. And he deserved it, in my opinion. Like that was MTV, Bunam and Murray. That was their little dig for what he fucking quitting on them on the fucking show, you know?
Do you think TJ did that name?
Right. So my favorite one of my favorite ones was Ayana's, the salad slayer.
The salad slayer.
It was delicious.
That was amazing. I was like, that's perfect.
Dude, what an edit for her in these first 2 episodes. I had like some super positive notes at the beginning, and then like towards the end of the episode, I was like, damn, do I go back and delete my notes, or do I just ride this roller coaster with everyone else?
Strap in, baby.
Yeah.
But also, I wonder, like, they're featuring her so much in the beginning. Does that mean she's going to go home soon?
Maybe it's possible, you know, because she is getting like that really heavy edit, you know, in these first 2 episodes, and she stirred up a bunch of shit, you know, in episode 2, which obviously we'll get to.
But like the foreshadowing in this episode 1 was not really there. Like I would not have guessed outside of previous history who's going to go home first based on the edit. You know what I mean? If I was just looking at it as like who goes out first usually in every season, then I could have guessed, but it wasn't by the edit by any means.
Right. Yeah.
No, he was featured like a little bit heavier, but not much. Like I only really noticed on the second watch, and especially because I watched them within 24 hours. I watched the episodes twice. So
yeah, I think mine was 48, but fairly similar.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the whole thing was TJ rolling up on that BMX. So
I was going to say,
yes,
that was like easily the best part of the intro.
Right.
The most, okay, I don't want to say like the most nostalgic, but it was because that's the thing is, even before TJ, like the whole riding in on your BMX bike, like that's been a big part of like the introductions, the what do you call them, the thingies that run?
Intros?
Is it still called? Are they? Why do I feel like there's a different name for it?
I'm sure there is, but we all know what you mean by intros.
The little intros, right, where it shows their name and stuff. Like, so there's so many. It took me back to like those first 10 seasons where you'd see like Dave Mirra come in on his bike, or you know, and even when TJ started, there were certain times he would show up to a friggin' like daily, like riding his bike, or you know, even later in the challenge, he would show up like riding the quads or like whatever. Like it was so good to see that again, and to see TJ having fun. And I'm sorry I keep hitting the table, but he has so much fun.
This is aggressive.
it's fine. You have to edit it, not us. We're fine with it.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
No, it's just he has so much fun on All Stars, and it's so great to see TJ just having fun, hosting really and being with the cast.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like lower stakes for him, and it's more of like getting together with old friends than hosting a show.
Yes, exactly.
Dude, the music too.
It was so good.
So
like
good.
Apache by Sugar Hill Gang. I was waiting for someone to do the fucking Fresh Prince dance.
That's the first thing I thought of as soon as it started playing.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a screen name back in my AIM days, and it was the Master G. 420.
Yes.
Mine was tall, hot blonde.
Oh God. You're such a dork.
That joke never gets old. I'm just being honest.
I still don't know what's going on with my bun. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I like your buns. I like your buns.
I don't know
Corrina.
what's going on with it tonight. It's funny. Oh, shut up.
Adding to the TJ thing, I mean, how much fun did they have with that apple?
Oh my God, I love that part so much.
That was so good, right?
Dude, to me,
I loved it.
it was Tina eat that apple in the next scene.
Okay, here's my thing though. Here's my question about that moment. Did TJ throw her the apple, or did she go and pick one up off the ground and start fucking eating it? Because I could see either of those being true with Tina.
Oh, 100%.
Either one.
Maybe one of the ones that he dropped like just rolled to her, so she was like,
Fuck it.
There were enough of them that would have rolled, but they probably had their pick.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm just so happy Leroy's back.
Oh my God.
Like, he just came in so hot.
He just looks so good, too.
He looks so good, but he's so funny. Like, the first interview they show, he's talking about him and Cam, and where them titties at?
She got so embarrassed.
Oh, it was so funny.
Their relationship is so cute.
So cute.
I love them so much.
They both just look so happy.
Yes.
I love that scene that they had though in the beginning with all of the challengers walking through, like it looked like a vineyard, but I know it was like a fruit patch or whatever they're called.
I believe they're called orchards.
Orchards. All right, stats and info.
Oh, probably because apples and the peaches, and the peaches.
I've never been to
Look
a
at
peach
you.
orchard, but I believe it.
I don't know. I've never been to an apple orchard either.
I have.
I've been to a
I
vineyard.
think I have too.
I have been to a vineyard. I've been to many vineyards.
Okay, fancy pants, calm down.
I have many leather-bound books, and my house smells of rich mahogany.
And sandalwood.
No, we just like getting drunk. That's all. It's not. We're not fancy.
Scotch.
I just like wine.
Anyways, getting back to the show, the intro shots of them walking through the
Yes.
orchards.
The orchid.
The
orchid.
Orchids.
Words are hard.
Oregon. Walking
The
through Oregon.
orchards.
Yep.
I did love the title when it was Rachel, Veronica, and Tina walking together, and it was like the BFFs. And I know it brings back bad memories for you, but I liked it. It was straight nostalgia, right to the fucking veins.
Yeah. It's that one's tough. It's tough because it's like I like 2 out of 3 of them in present day, but I didn't like really any of them in the past and certain things. And so it's like it's hard like balancing that because again, I believe in growth and I believe in people, learning from their mistakes and growing into better people. And I feel like that has happened for, at least a couple of them, probably all 3 of them. One of them I just haven't been able to get over it. But
I was wondering how their relationship is going to be because they've all like been in separate locations, like doing their own separate lives. Like, I mean, if you think about just Tina's life versus Rachel's life, it's like polar opposite.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows what their relationship is going to be like throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It seems like they got in sync. See what I did there? Within like 24 hours. By the time they were sitting out there after that first daily, it's like they were right back at it.
Yeah. No, I do agree with that.
Right back to wearing pink on Wednesdays.
Yeah, exactly.
If they do that, oh my God.
If they all wear pink.
Yeah.
They bring back the shirts.
Oh my, they can't though.
Yeah.
They can't though now.
No.
MTV would just blur them out, but.
So
it's an era thing.
Yeah, that era's done, unfortunately, but we were there. We got to see it.
It was rare. We were there.
Rarefied air.
That's right.
Glitter.
You know what I realized that button does? It just gets the girls back on track right away. It's like,
Is that your control button? Just everybody focus.
But then, Rick, you have to do that thing and you have to do this to bring us all
Focus.
in.
We're gonna give Rick a magic wand.
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, that was fun. Anyways, TJ explains that there's going to be an individual winner season. They're playing for $250,000 for the winner. Whoever crosses the finish line gets $50K, or second place gets $50K.
No.
He said everybody else, like who finishes, splits $50K.
So if it's 5 people, does that mean you're getting $10K each?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So here's what I have to say about this, though.
What is this, a show filmed in Cambodia?
Oh my God. Here's what I have to say about this. I'm going to make a prediction right now.
Oh,
I have no idea fucking who, and I'm not even going to try to guess that, but I am going to predict right now that at least one person who goes into the final does not finish, because if you listen to when TJ is explaining the game, when he talks about first place gets $250K, and then he says, whoever gets to the final, and then it cuts to a view of the cast, and it's a voiceover where he says, and crosses the finish line. And just that, only that part is the voiceover, and crosses the finish line. So they added that in after, and that makes me feel that they went back and added that in to make sure it was clear, because later somebody does not end up crossing, so they don't get money. So my prediction is that somebody does not cross the finish line.
oh, Jay, it better not be you.
That makes me have a lot of predictions, actually.
I hope it is.
I didn't even think about that.
I didn't think about him either. I thought it was maybe going to be a woman who didn't cross.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
Was given a star.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I believe we are all thinking similar things while not saying the thing that we are similarly thinking.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm holding out faith for Jay. I'm really holding out faith for Jay. It would be so poetic. Like, come back, you play a great season for your vindication to quit the final again.
And it'd be the same eating challenge.
It was. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Or if he gets medically DQ'd, so then he has to come back another time.
Just give this man a reason to keep coming back on our screens.
Please don't. I'm
You know
sorry.
what?
No, I didn't mean
He's
that.
actually not doing that bad in comparison to most of the people on the cast.
I was going to say, I take that back when I said, please don't. That just the funny, haha. I don't actually mean that. And I don't, he's not too bad. He's not bothering me yet.
Maybe they'll give him a final like last season where they had to drink like 25 nasty things.
And it was tuna. He couldn't do the fishes.
Yeah.
So I would laugh though if, did you guys catch when he was talking to like Tony and Steve? And he said something, and Tony was like, why haven't you practiced? He's like, well, how do I know? I could practice eating fish guts and have to eat some whatever balls. He said, what if they gave him those balls?
Bull testicles. That'd be hilarious. Oh my God.
All right,
I just love that Steve called him out on that, though. Like, that was just amazing. Just walked up to him and was like, how's your gag reflex? What a question. Like, what a question to just ask somebody. You know what I mean?
he's definitely
Steve is a wordsmith.
He was so punny with his jokes. His hand
Mr.
job
Hand
jokes.
job.
Steve was kind of making me cringe this episode. I just am not really sure how to take him.
I liked him, honestly. I thought he was funny. I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. All his hand job jokes.
I died.
I was laughing my ass off. I loved it.
We are all 13-year-old boys at heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I do?
You know what? I want to say something because I know we've been kind of ragging on Jay, but to be honest, I don't mind Jay and I'm okay with him being here 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The person that I'm very upset with, and I took it for granted. I talked all that shit on James, and this is my karma because we got fucking Nicole Z back. And my closed captioning doesn't even like Nicole Z. Like, I couldn't figure out
There's
what
just
she was
like
saying.
no words there. It
Yeah,
just doesn't put up anything.
Oh, no.
She said, she looked at Laurel and said, you you're acting like a 5-year-old. It was like, I had to sit there and think for a second. I was like, 5-year-old. Okay. Are you just going to pull the card? What?
We got to do something with the cars.
God.
The car?
It's like, what are you, a fucking crow?
Yeah. It's going to be a fun season.
I'm so excited. Excited.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. But no, one thing that I did want to point out about kind of this opening portion before the daily that I really, really loved, and nothing, against any of the other like people or ways that it is done. But I loved that like the opening toast in the house was like everybody saying something. And it wasn't just about one person. No matter who that one person is, it was about everybody there, and everybody got to talk about, why they were there, why they, whatever, what brought them there, whatever. Leroy got to make his little joke about how he needs the money for the wedding, and he asked everyone to let him win, which was just hilariously perfect.
Yes.
Jasmine did the divorce party thing. Like it was great. Like I loved the whole toast thing. It felt nostalgic because it was about everybody there and being friends and having fun rather than just because literally like there are a lot of seasons, especially the newer ones, where it's like night one, they're already like game talk and there's no fun. But like this felt so fun. Like I wanted to be there. I wanted to be there partying with them. And I haven't felt that about a challenge in a long time.
Probably
it was
since
great.
like All-Stars 3. No, All-Stars 2.
Yes, probably. Yeah. Since like All-Stars 2, because All-Stars 3 was a little bit dry too. But like it was just right off the bat, so much fun and energy and it was great.
Well, they
go ahead, Tony.
I was just going to say, like, they hit the jackpot on cast this season simply because there is probably at least one or two people for every challenge fan who, like, no matter where they started watching, no matter what seasons they like the most, there's probably at least one or two people that they can root for out of this entire cast, rather than like waiting 3 or 4 episodes down the line to try to find somebody that you're going to decide that you're going to root for.
Right.
Agreed.
No, 100%. And one other thing I wanted to mention about the cast that we haven't talked about was Adam. And that conversation with the girls and Cara, and he goes, "I've always been kind of good on missions," and they're their head. They're like, "You mean dailies, challenges?" And it was like, it was such a great moment, and I enjoyed it so much.
Tina literally gave him "It's okay, Grandpa" treatment. I was like, "Oh my God, Tina!"
Now, all cards from the table. I did say to my TV when that happened that Veronica only knows what dailies are because she's lost them. Like, she was the one who came out guns blazing, telling him, they're called dailies now. And I was like, yeah, but you can know what they're called. I know what they're called. Doesn't mean I can finish one.
That's fair. Fair.
Also, Tina just like being Tina and like spilling her drink
immediately,
and and Rachel going, "Not my linens."
Not my white linens.
That's like exactly what I mean by that. Their lives are so different.
Exactly.
Like you guys said, it reminded me of older challenges. It's like when you go on and you put on the original Gauntlet.
Yes.
You watch them when Mark's birthday party. You know what I mean? And they're actually having fun and partying and enjoying each other.
Exactly.
Instead of going to a fake club and talking game.
Talking about the game.
And talking about the game.
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole time.
Because they don't like each other. I'm going to be honest. Only a few of those people really like each other.
Very true.
Yeah, like unless the whole Vacation Alliance is there, there's not a lot of like talking going on and partying.
No.
And never mind. I'm going on a tangent. But anyways, the daily reach for the stars, which they did. I'm going to say they almost, I think they had it. They had greatness.
Yeah.
Not missed it by a little bit. Like in a daily?
I honestly no, I didn't mind this one. I
liked this.
I liked this
Yeah.
daily. I didn't think it was bad. I liked that you couldn't. I liked that you had to go in order, because I will admit I did not notice that until the second watch through. In my mind, I was like, just grab a piece and just keep going up until you figure out which one that piece fits, and then go fucking back, get another one, and keep doing it. It's not that fucking hard. Why is everybody acting like this? But no, you have to do the boxes in sequential order. So I didn't realize that the first time.
And it was a hill.
Yeah.
And
And
it didn't look like a hill when they just did the aerial shot. It just looked like flat ground.
But
Exactly.
when they did that shot at the end and you saw the pitch that they were standing on with their feet, it was
Those
was nothing.
Those aren't fun.
Well,
but-
I really noticed it when Brandon did his confessional. He was like, we're pretty much doing suicides on an incline. I was like,
Yep.
100%.
yeah, I just shoot me now. God.
There were some really great moments in this daily, and I think this is the reason it was we all enjoyed it. I think we're all on the same page, are we not?
Oh,
Absolutely.
So I think it was because it was so fucking simple. Run down this hill. There's 10 boxes with puzzles of stars, whatever. Figure it out. First one wins.
Yes.
Yep.
The only complaint, and it's such a minute little complaint, is I felt like they could have spent a little bit longer on this daily and showed us everybody starting off in their first and second stations or so forth, and then go into the montage edit to finish it out how they normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah. They could have.
Mhm.
They could have.
And then picked it up exactly how they did the rest of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that was my only complaint. It's just, it seemed rushed.
I noticed that the guys and the girls went at the same time. I thought that was interesting.
I think it's showing, it's foreshadowing the final because there's only one winner.
Ooh.
Individual winner.
Yeah.
Everybody against
Okay.
everybody. Yeah, I think you're
Maybe
right.
every daily will be like that.
I think so. Yeah. I think they're all going to be
Cool.
everybody against everybody kind of a thing. But I think that the thing that makes it okay for me is that there are individual stars reserved for women and for men. If it was like there's 3 stars, first 3 people to get to it, win them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I'd be fucking pissed, because chances are no women are going to win those fucking stars. You know what I mean? I mean, I know with this one, and Cara I know she absolutely fucking whooped ass. But then after
course.
Cara wins, we get boom, 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 3 guys.
4 guys.
Oh, 4 guys.
And then Avery.
And then Avery. But Avery, like, yes, girl.
Right?
I
Yeah.
was so impressed with her. Like,
Yeah.
I just really thought Laurel was going to be like one of the first ones up there.
Laurel was the last one before the bottom people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know which one I was really impressed by was Ryan measuring by penises. Like, Americans will do anything but the metric system. You know what I mean?
We will use any measurement except the metric system.
Yeah.
No, anything.
Penises, like
Feet, yards, and penises. Okay. That's Merca.
The units of measure.
I love Ryan. I love Ryan
Me
so
too.
much. In such a special place in my heart. I love Ryan so much.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, that was amazing.
I did.
Oh, you know what I noticed? I'm sorry, really
ahead.
quick. I have to just point this out. So, and you kind of pointed this out to me. So Cara had an incredible strategy. What she was doing is, as soon as she'd get her piece set, she would walk to the next puzzle and measure it with her fingers and then go get the puzzle, right? So she finishes the first 7. She only has the 8th one left. So 1 piece left. And she walks up to the puzzle and starts measuring. I'm like, what are you doing? Go get the fucking piece, Cara. Like, what?
Baby girl, what you doing?
But you could see it like register on her face, like she started to do it, and then she like turned around and started running. I was like, yeah, girl, you don't go get the fucking piece. Like,
We're going to blame it on the fact that she was in the zone. She was just in the zone.
Yeah,
it's that CrossFit.
it was. She was just locked the fuck in and didn't even think like, oh, there's only 1 left. I don't need to measure this. Like, but it was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, that was really good. But I loved how much TJ cheered on Cara as she was finishing and like screaming, "You're back!" You know, she's back. She's back.
Yeah.
And then it was cute to see the montage of Cara's career. Then
It was very cute. You know what?
Go ahead.
Kefla though.
Oh, Kefla was the best part of this, in my opinion.
My
Like, he's my
heart.
MVP.
My fucking heart,
sweet,
dude.
Sweet man.
My fucking heart. And I just want to say to anybody and everybody out there who has said anything negatively about Kefla in this
Ew.
moment, I hope that your pillow is never cold. I hope your socks are always wet.
I hope you work at a Fridays and never get off on Fridays.
I hope you stub your toe every day.
night. The pinky one.
I hope your
the little
zipper
pinky
breaks.
one. Yeah, like for real. Because that man and that moment, oh my God, just literally filled my heart with so much joy. It was amazing to see that.
Same.
I was so happy for him. And he even said, I wasn't supposed to be here, but I'm here. Like,
Well, it's one of those moments where you realize it's bigger than the challenge. Dude's
is.
been gone for 25 years.
And he was like, as he's jogging up to pull his flag, he's saying 25, 25, 25. I was like, oh,
yeah, dude, like that's amazing. And on top of that, fucking a major, and I know he doesn't need it because he absolutely kicked ass, but major props to Adam coming in fucking second
Yeah.
for the dudes.
Yeah.
After how long? I think it's been like since like 2003,
3 or 4, I think.
something
Yeah.
Well,
like crazy.
After wondering if he should even be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turns out he's good at dailies.
Missions.
turns out, and missions.
Well, and here's the thing with Kefla that remind me of it, like how long it's been. Like I was in fucking 7th grade last time Kefla was on television.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, but last time he was on television, did they call him Kefla or did they call him Kefla?
Because everybody has called him Kefla on the show.
Kefla.
It is
Kefla?
Kefla, but I'm Dragon Ball, so it's Kefla.
Well, that's how I would want to
Is
say
it Kefla? Because I heard TJ say it both ways. Like it really threw me off. I have no idea.
Well, we're just going to have to get him on here and ask him.
We're going to go with Kefla
Yeah.
for right now because that's how he was introduced on the show. We're going to go with Kefla. I will reach out to him and I will clarify.
Can you please pronounce this?
Well, and then I noticed, like, okay, he didn't correct TJ, but also I definitely thought that Tyri's name had an E on the end of it. And it was on all the jerseys and there wasn't any correction, but I swear it was spelled like that because I would have remembered.
It was.
It was.
No, you're
It
right.
was.
But it's a lot. So yes. Okay. So for anybody out there wondering, we don't have a whole lot of information and Tyri has said very little on Twitter, but all he has really said is that the explanation about his name should be in the episode, which it was not. It must have been edited out. But that MTV was not incorrect before and they are not incorrect right now. Both are true. Somehow he said there is a story and that we would hear about it on the show. And they cut that. So
Maybe he changed his name.
They showed him playing Jenga, though.
No idea.
Yep.
No idea.
He's good at Jenga.
But
He was good at Jenga, dude. I mean,
he did
fuck.
say on Twitter that both were correct in their respective times. There's a story there, but we just don't know what the story is because it was cut from the episode and he's not telling it. Like, obviously, he's probably not wanting to write 30 fucking Twitter tweets or tweet. What are they? Are they still called that? I don't even
They're
know.
still called tweets.
Okay.
Maybe it'll come later.
Yeah, maybe he'll do like an interview. I don't know. But yeah, so that's that. That's all we really know about it now.
There's your foreshadowing, Rick. It was Steve and Tyri playing Jenga.
I should have seen it board games every time. Every time.
Oh my
That's where they
God.
get ya.
No.
Board games.
Dude, what
You
the
see them playing chess, Battleship, it's a wrap.
Battleship.
I don't know if that's facts. Don't
Logan
listen
was
to me.
playing chess, then he had to jump over a bunch of stuff. Same thing.
We're gonna see now.
Now we're
Yeah.
going to start paying attention to that.
Stats and info. We're gonna need you on this.
So then I need to get into like the technicalities. Like, what about tic-tac-toe? Does that count?
Tic tac, no, sir.
I did like the way TJ explained the stars, though, which is if you win the daily and you have the star. Well, does that work after this, or now are the stars all in play at all times?
The stars are all
all in
distributed.
play now. There's only 6 stars. So from now on, whoever wins the daily, I don't know. How's that going to work?
So basically, if whoever wins the daily, they're the winners. So they're in that spot where they can go down.
Choose to go
and
down, but they
choose
don't
to go
get a
down.
star for winning
They don't
the
get
daily.
a star for winning. All the stars have been distributed. So like Kara has a star right now. Kara and Brad do. They didn't have to go down to get one because they already had one. They could have gone down to get one for somebody else.
Yeah, right.
But theirs could not be stolen because they had one.
So any future episodes, unless Kara wins again,
Correct.
And she has a star. So you have to have a star and then win the daily to be completely safe, or you are still ensuring yourself.
Because then your star is safe. If you're the daily of the winner and you have a star, your star is safe and can't be stolen.
That's interesting. That's a super interesting dynamic.
It's going to get crazy. Like it's going to get a little crazy.
The thing that gets really dicey on it is that if you win the elimination, you just steal a star.
Right.
So you go in the bottom, you lose to somebody, like you send somebody home from the bottom of the group, and then you can steal somebody else's star to come back into the game. So unless you win the daily, your star is up for grabs if you're in the middle group, if you're whatever.
Exactly.
Could you imagine, like, if they start trying to throw someone good in because they don't want them in the final and they win like 3 fucking eliminations in a row, they can hold all the stars for their respective sets.
Alliance. Yeah. And
But they could just say, no, I want the star for myself. And if you don't have a star, I mean, technically by the rules, can they not do that? Or if they still...
No, you can only have one. And if you win a second one, you have to give it to somebody else.
Still, I mean, at that point, yeah.
But here's my question. Now, here's my question. Okay. What happens now if 2 people who have stars end up in the losers round and get voted into elimination, and the one person gets sent home? What happens to their star? Does it just go back into the pot? Does it go to the elim winner and they get to pick a star? What's going to happen? So they'll get one and they'll get to give one to their alliance member, or do they just get the winner's star and they don't get to pick somebody else? You know what I mean? I'm curious to see what happens with that.
The other option is if, for example, like 2 women go into elimination with stars, one goes home, the other one has their star. So technically they would then take the 3rd star in contention because they would take somebody's star who's already there.
That's true, yeah.
And it could just be that the next daily, the female winner would then get that star, and that's how they would rotate it back in.
Maybe. And that was my other thing, because then my next proposition was, what happens if somebody gets like injury, DQ or whatever, and they have a star? What do they do? Because at that point, there's no elim, there's no daily, there's no nothing. It's just floating.
It could just be automatic too. It could be like there's now like you have a star. There are 5 other stars in contention. One of them is unclaimed, so you just automatically take that one.
Yeah, that could be it too, where it's like, the owner is unclaimed on that little banner thing. Yeah.
So what I'm learning about
this
all
seems
this,
really complex.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting to. Is
for
like
a show that doesn't think about their rules in advance.
Yeah, like I feel like I need like a bar graph or a line graph to explain this all. It's like these are the different situations. I mean, very much opposite of the daily, where it was very simple to complete. This is convoluted and going to make for interesting gameplay.
Especially because they don't have to take it from somebody, where they can just beat the other person that they're put into elimination with and then take it without any kind of negative at that moment. But you also then have somebody who's coming after you because you took their specific star.
Right.
So there's no negative impact in the moment when you're coming back into the house, other than the fact that you're potentially coming back into the house with the star of Kara, who's then going to come after you to get it back, more so than she's going to try to get it off of one of the other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So change up the pace a little bit. What do you guys think about the voting process? The fact that the winners do not get a vote. It's up to like the middle of the house.
This.
I like it.
I love this.
Look, for once in maybe not history, but I'm going to be like super extra and exaggerated. And I'm going to say for once in forever in history. Okay.
For the first time in forever.
First time in forever.
There is a positive, a plus to being the daily challenge winner. Ahsoka, go lay down now.
I don't think that's it.
You are not the daily winner.
Sorry, guys. She's literally just keeps walking in circles and she's fucking up the lights. Like she keeps,
Oh, no.
because the cords aren't very long, so they're just kind of like hanging in the air.
It's like Christmas time.
I'm
Sorry, guys.
gonna knock her ass out. Lay down on the couch now.
Need a spray bottle.
Ahsoka's a dog, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Ahsoka is a dog, not a child.
It's a child.
Child.
It's a small child. No, it's a dog. And we don't hit her. I just talk a lot of shit. Okay. I would never even hit my dog, but I talk a lot of shit.
We would never name our child after a Star Wars character.
Luke.
Yeah, we're not. It's not a religious name.
I mean, to some people.
It was not for us. That was not why we chose.
No,
Luke.
I mean, Star Wars is basically a religion to some people.
Yeah.
There you go.
Certain people.
Yeah.
I tried to get her to go for Goku, but she turned that down.
No Goku. I gave him Luke. You know,
I was like,
we could agree on that.
Goku Vegeta Hayes. She was like, no.
No, man.
Immediately, no.
Immediately, no.
Shoot or shoot, though. I was going for it.
You did.
Yeah.
You took your shot.
But anyways, back to it. Like, I do like the fact that winners don't have a say in it, and it really just comes down to the middle of the house because you're going to kind of start getting split alliances to a degree.
Yes.
And that it's an individual vote from what we're seeing makes it super interesting, especially as the game narrows down and that middle group gets smaller and smaller every time.
I love that the bottom four are the ones that are just automatically in elimination.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
So good.
Yeah.
Everything about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like we're back to, you know, and I'm trying to think of a time where being in first place in the daily, winning the daily was actually a positive, good thing. Like there's no negative to winning this season. There's no negative to winning daily challenges this season. You don't have to vote for anybody, so there's never going to be blood on your hands. Your star stays safe. Oh, wow. That's, guys, try to say it. It's really hard, okay? Stars. Okay. Stars stay safe. But that still sounds wrong to me. I don't know. I don't know.
Your stars remain safe.
Thank you. Your star remains safe. And you can't be put into elimination. So what is the downfall, the negative to winning a daily this season?
Plus, if you don't have a star, you have the option to go down after you find out what the challenge is.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like that.
I didn't like it.
I do. I'm not going to lie.
I do.
I do too.
It's just going to make it so unpredictable, and that's awesome.
I just think it would be better if you're already seeing what it is. Like, we don't need a full explanation. I think it's too much, but that's me.
I don't know.
I like it, Picasso.
I like it because you could look at a challenge and be like, I can't do that. And then they explain it and you're like, no, fuck that person. I'm going in.
Yeah.
So we get back to the house and we get into deliberations, and we get into the point where Steve's starting to campaign about saying, hey, let's go with the last two people. And that would have been Leroy and Tyri, right?
He was saying it was Leroy and Derek. Were the bottom two.
Okay.
I don't know that Derek made it off the first box. And if he did, I don't know if he made it off the second box.
He should have took Ryan's strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He should have measured by
measuring
penis. It's solid. See, I got jokes.
Wow.
Good one.
Rick is out. All right. I forgot what we were talking about.
Solid penis.
Solid.
Right. Oh.
Back
Okay.
at the house. Steve's
campaigning, saying that the bottom two were Leroy and Derek. Everybody else is kind of fighting back against this because they're like, look, there was no official last place because the horn was never blown. So I see where Steve is coming from, but it's so, God, you are such a fucking child. God damn it.
I mean, in all fairness, you said it on purpose. Come on.
I didn't say this last one on purpose, just the solid
And
one.
you're talking about Steve, so all I'm thinking about is
I know, and then I said coming. I already know. I already know. I know you, okay?
Hey, Rick, you can do hard things.
Anyway, so are you okay now?
It's so hot.
So
I'm
I
fucking
can't.
sweating.
I can't hear you.
I'm sweaty.
He's sweating, yeah. That's what he said. He's got the lights just baking on him right
So funny.
now. So anyway, so Steve's campaigning for this, and obviously word of this gets back to Cam, and it's so funny because it's like in this scene right here, you literally just see like the instant flip from Cam to fucking Killa. Like you see it in her eyes, just that switch, and she knew it's fucking game time, and I got to go save my mans. And she went and put some work in, and my girl did it. And she literally said one thing. She said, I would like for Leroy to not be considered. And it worked. How did that work? That woman is a literal queen.
Yeah.
Because she's killer. Can we gush about her for a second? Because there
Please.
was something that she
absolutely.
talked about. Also, I'm still living at my bed. I'm just very, very happy because she just liked my Instagram story of her story that I shared, but she still liked it.
I
so
love
it just
her.
made my fucking day. But she's amazing, and I'm going to start this with, I'm not a mom. However, moms are fucking bad bitches, which we always talk about. This woman talking about how she's pumping for her kid. She's taking it home for her kid. Her C-section scar hasn't even healed yet.
Yeah.
And she's going to do this challenge. Oh, I can't even imagine. Like, she is so strong. Just
Like Superwoman,
I
dude.
love her so much.
That is some serious dedication.
She's doing like 2 jobs. That's a job. Pumping like that is a job in itself. Like, I don't know, just throwing it out there for those who don't know.
It is.
It's a literal
It is.
job.
It is a literal job.
To be able to find the time to do that during the pump, like that takes some serious, dedication.
Well, yeah, because she said she's pumping every 3 or 4 hours, which also means like throughout the night.
Mhm.
So that's like absolute dedication.
I think it's so funny that all her milk bottles are probably in the fridge with
Yeah,
all these
right.
grown ass
Yeah.
men, and they're probably all talking about it, and it's such a big thing.
I know.
The freezer's just stacked
Yes,
up
it's
with
just
the
stacked up.
pouches.
Look,
It is, I guarantee.
I just want to say this, okay? The production could have taken it all the way back and just let Cam bring her fucking baby. Just pull a Baloo and let Cam bring the baby on the show. Okay?
Yes.
It would have been so much fun. Just get a little babysitter. We could have had little Kingston running around. You know what I mean? Like a little kindergarten room for him or something, whatever. Not kindergarten, but you know what I mean?
With Flora there too, because Flora
Oh,
was fucking
yes.
killing it. This like she is so funny.
How perfect would that have been?
Her one-liners, oh my God.
She's
That would've
amazing.
been- oh.
And yeah, her one-liners are amazing.
Sorry, I just need to talk about that before I forget about Flora.
No, I
'cause
know
had
you.
that right
I know
here.
you were loving her this episode.
But yeah, even Avery said, you know what? I'm just gonna do what Cam wants me to do because I don't.
I would
want,
do the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want her against me.
Well, it's like she said. She's like, I want Leroy off the table. You guys can talk about the rest. I do not care. I do not have a say. Leroy is safe. And everyone's like,
Well, like Avery said in her confessional, she's like, her nickname is Killa, and that's for a reason. And I want Cam on my side. And I was like, you're fucking right, you do, Avery. Good job.
Yeah.
Very smart. Very smart move.
And I think it's very telling, especially with the casting the way it is, where we've had people like Kifla, who's been gone for 25 years, and kind of gives a speech like, you know, it seems like, you know, the noms are going based on relationships, and it's kind of hard for me because I don't know anyone in 25. I've been gone for 25 years.
Yeah.
And Ryan goes, well, that's all we have to go off of in the beginning. And it's like, fuck, that's true.
Especially on a
Daily
where they don't finish, you know, and that was kind of what Ryan was saying is he's like, we don't know who would have came in last, like because they didn't get to finish.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, you guys made me think of something from the daily that I needed to point out. Because Tony time. Tony's back. Set the clocks back. Tony's back. But this motherfucker talking about how he's laser focused in. And he pulls Veronica's flag.
Did you see TJ's face?
Yeah, he was so
mad.
He was pissed. Dude, TJ was livid.
Oh my God.
He's like, your name is Tony.
Not Veronica. And just the look. He's like, I'm sorry, TJ. TJ's like,
Did you hear him when Brad finished the daily? He's like, fuck you, Brad. I was like, oh, Tony's one of those guys. All right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so no, that was really funny.
Getting back to the noms, one thing that I personally really like, but I wonder what people think, is that we didn't get to see the whole deliberation. Like, they only showed us part of the votes, and it was very much like cutthroat, like where you didn't know how the vote was going to really go until TJ presented it.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And you know what else shocked me a little bit about the voting process that was unexpected to me, at least? I didn't realize that only first place doesn't vote. I thought it was going to be the 3 women, 3 men that like won today would not be part of the vote, and it would only be the middle group, because that's what TJ said. The middle group will be voting. So then when I saw Avery in there and Brandon, I was like, what the fuck are they doing in there? Why are they in there? Their votes don't count. That's weird. But then they did count and they did vote. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so I guess just first place. You know, and I saw some fans arguing about it and stuff. So that's the only thing I could think of, and that they just kind of forgot to explain that.
It's likely because the first go, like for the first daily, they needed to distribute all 6 stars. But it's only the winners of the daily that actually get to basically either keep their stars, be safe, whatever.
That's a good point.
The rest of them were still technically part of the middle group. It's just a matter of they also got stars because they were the first 2 other than the winners to finish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does.
Earning my title tonight.
That's why you're here, bro. That and comic relief. So, you know, we all wear many hats here.
I usually wear the same one, but
same fucking hat. That's what happens when you buy your fucking clothes and your car batteries at the same place.
Oh my God.
Costco?
Pretty
I
much.
fucks with dressing from Costco.
Yeah, Kirkland, what up, though? Dude, I'll take a sponsorship from Kirkland right now.
Right meow. Right meow.
Right meow. The M&L Pollo Loco.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Fucking
Crazy chicken for sure.
Their avocado salsa.
That's so good. Oh my God.
Yeah, just putting that out there. Brought to you by your local El Pollo Loco. Check them out for their crazy chicken deal for $9.99. That is all fake. Don't do that. You can cut that all out. I don't know why I went that far.
Oh my God. Going back.
Bring it back.
Bringing it back to nominations. After, they go through all the votes, obviously Tyri and Steve are the ones that end up being sent into elimination. And there's not a lot that happens between nominations and elimination. We pretty much they do their whole getting dressed thing. Steve has
No, we do get one important thing.
What's that?
We get them asking what's their elimination song.
Oh, yeah.
Not even. We just get Steve telling them what his elimination song is.
No, you don't know that. We don't know that they didn't ask him that. We don't know.
Steve is very much the type to just be like, this is my hype song.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know what? Bunham and Murray, we're watching you, okay? We're
To
watching
do
you.
nothing.
Literally do nothing, but we're watching you. Okay.
Of course. Because
we want to know that you like our ideas, and it's okay that you like our ideas because we have good ideas.
Someone told him.
Heck yeah. Maybe you should put us on your payroll.
That would be great.
Oh, we get them canceled so fast.
Yeah, that'd be dumb.
I'm over here dying laughing about penis jokes.
Oh, I did have. Speaking of penis jokes, I had one thing for you guys.
I'm finally okay, and you're trying to go back.
I am on the edge of my seat.
I had to. It's in my notes.
Let's do it.
In my notes. They have sparkly beach balls. I noticed it while they were doing their deliberation. Ace was tossing one around, and I said, "Is that glitter in there?
Yeah, it
Yep.
is.
There's glitter in there." You're welcome. That is all. Please continue.
Oh my god.
Mind you, that was a more of a mention of Ace than most of episode 1.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Although I'm mad at him because he voted for Leroy.
I don't do what anybody else does.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. What? Huh?
Sorry. What?
What?
What? I don't ever know what mute button I want to use, but I'm going to use.
Yeah, with Steve and Tyri going in, obviously we get Tyri talking about how he's never really done good at eliminations, and he's used to packing up. And I'm like, fuck, dude, please win this one. Please win this one.
He was doing so good, too.
He was, but man.
Until Steve started hiding the balls under the thing.
Really?
So
Phrasing.
Now I want to ask, how did everybody else feel about that?
I was fine with it. It was a strategy that worked. It was in the confines of the game.
There were no rules against it.
No one said anything about it. Like, I
Yeah.
thought that the other cast they were gonna have any sort of moment about it, but nobody
Told
said
on him.
anything about it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, my thing is that wasn't that big of a little pond. Why did Tyri just walk around and look more? Like, they were in there for a while. That wasn't a quick date or elimination.
And here's my thing. Look, I get it. I get like when you're competing and stuff and you're like locked in, you're in the zone. But part of that, in my opinion, at least, especially in that type of a situation, is like, where's my competitor? What's going on? Right? Because you're both looking for the same exact thing.
Mhm.
And you see him going out, in, out, in, out, in. So why are you on the opposite side of the pool when he clearly has a ton of fucking balls over here somewhere? Like, it was just, there was no strategy whatsoever to Tyri's approach. I feel like the first 10, 11 balls that those 11 balls he got in was, because he was in the water when the cannons would shoot and he would, be able to see where they were flying or whatever. But there wasn't a lot of strategy. And I think that's what I really appreciated about Steve's approach to this is even such a simple game as this, he still came up with a strategy and found a way to come from behind and fucking won. And that's amazing, honestly.
Yeah, because they said, you can only take one ball from the pond to your stack at a time. So he's just like, cool, I'm going to stockpile.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. Like, honestly, if I was him, the only thing different I would have done was just kind of toss it right in front of the thing.
In the sand? Yeah, in the sand right
so
in front of
just,
boop, 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 boop.
You know what I mean? But for the people on video, they get that. Sorry for those listening.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, but it was
we all make.
Head over to our YouTube and subscribe.
I was gonna say we all make choices, okay?
It is what it is. I do think that Tyri should have noticed that, especially when Steve was at 3, and then all of a sudden he popped off to 7.
And the crowd is going crazy, so it's not like you can't hear that people are like, "Oh my god, what? He's catching!" So it just, that was my only thing is it was and I get being locked in, but at the same time, you still have to be aware of what's 100%. Going on around you, especially in that situation. If you're doing a puzzle and you have all the pieces, don't pay attention to your fucking partner or your opponent, right? But in that situation where you're both looking for something, it just seems silly to not be paying attention to what the other person is doing, especially if, again, they're up and out, getting them over and over and over and over again, So it's hello.
It was also a testament to the fact that Steve was doing that, as far as paying attention to his competition, because he knew that, Tyri had reach on him. Tyri was also bigger than him. So anytime that he pushed him out of the way, he was basically thrown out of the way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, how do I do this so that I don't have to come in contact with him as often as I am? Because that's where I'm losing. So that's when he started stockpiling.
Yep, exactly. It was a really good strategy and I appreciated it. So.
Yeah,
very much so. And you know what? And he had grace in victory.
Totally.
He put that in there, did a little celebration, then looked at Tyri and was like,
Yeah, he did the thing, before he finally dropped that last ball. And it was really cool.
And Tyri had grace in his loss, too.
Yes,
he wasn't like, no, fuck you, man. Like
100%.
Yeah, he did.
He just, and I feel so bad for him, man. Like, I really wanted him to get that elimination win. No offense
Me
to the
too.
hand model, but
Hopefully he can go get some more hand jobs.
that's his name.
I was going to say, he's not getting hand jobs right now, so he needed the elim win. All right.
Those hands were all over those balls.
Oh my gosh.
he just booked 10 more hand jobs right now.
He did.
At least 5.
Showed out those. Never mind. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. I'm not even going to say what I was going to say. Moving on. That elimination was awesome. But you know what was not awesome?
What was that?
Steve stealing Brandon's fucking star. And I know that was the only other option for him because he's not going to take it from Adam and he can't take it from Brad. Right. So I get that Brandon was literally the only option for him. Literally. But it's still like it upset my heart in a certain way because then also when he was like, oh, you're welcome to come try and get it. And like Brandon, like you could see it. Like I feel like that little bit of a fire and Brandon's going to come in hard and he's going to go back for that specific star. He's not going to go for, he's going to want that star.
His star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's going to, in my opinion, what's going to make this interesting when people get their stars stolen is like that star. Cause that's my motherfucking star. That was my star and I'm getting that one back. Not any of them, that one.
And that's one of the things I love about Brandon as well is how composed he is at pretty much all times.
Yeah.
So like all through the daily and like all through deliberation, like everything like that, like even to jump a little bit ahead, even in like the next episode, still totally stoic and like completely in control. And so often we see people on the show that are absolutely the polar opposite of that.
100%. And he's just, I don't know. I enjoy Brandon, and it's because we've got to talk to him, and I enjoy him on a personal level, especially like, knowing Josh and, his experience with him as well, and everybody else we've talked to about Brandon. But whose is that? The fuck? Is someone about to get abducted?
Not it.
That's what it sounded like, right? It was like, I was like,
it did sound like that.
Oh, you know what? It's probably my furnace.
oh, okay.
Do you have one in your floor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, old school.
Oh, it's old.
It's
Yeah, we know
old.
about that.
It's old. Sorry, guys. It is me.
Your furnace fucking kicks in. It's been 84 years.
It's 32 years ago.
Oh, my heat exchanger.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
You're
It's-
such a dork.
It is. Anyways, what are you guys going to grade this episode? Because I'm having a hard time not giving it an A.
I'm
You know what I mean?
I know.
Literal
Yeah.
A plus 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 plus. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real, it was so good. It felt so good. It was just
Felt so good.
It was so good.
It was.
It was everything we needed.
It was. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't feel like I had to like find things about it that I liked, right? Like I
Yeah.
didn't have to search for things to be positive about or to, you know what I mean? It was just,
Just everything about this episode was so fucking poetic and fan service based. It was Tina, Rachel, Veronica working together, being the mean girls, quote unquote, back together, the best friends forever. All they're missing is their fucking shirts kind of thing.
yeah.
But that Kara's back.
Yeah.
Kara wins the daily, gets a fucking career highlight and a badass song played while she's running in slow motion to pull her fucking cord for the daily.
Mm-hmm.
Tony pulling the wrong fucking cord. Like just every single thing about this episode, I was like,
It was just perfect. It was so, there's not one thing that I could think about this episode that I'm like, oh, I didn't like that part. Or like, that shouldn't have been in there.
and there was foreshadowing in episode 1 for episode 2.
Yes.
Which was nice because we didn't get a resolution to the exact foreshadowing. It was well done.
So
I
well done.
appreciated
Oh
it.
my gosh. Yeah.
So yeah, A for me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, I mean, that pretty much wraps up episode 1. Before we get out of here, do you guys have like MVPs or line of the night, anything like that?
I gave Kara MVP for episode 1.
Yeah. I'm giving mine to, man, this is so tough.
I know.
This is tough because I'm going to give, for my female, I'm going to give it to Kara for sure. I'm struggling on the men because I'm going back and forth between Adam and Kifla because both like of those situations were just so awesome to see. And like, I really want to give it to Kifla. I'm going to give it to Kifla because it was just such a powerful, emotional moment. It was one of those things that's, again, be on the show, right? So I'm definitely going to give it to Kifla with a honorable mention to Adam because he was always like one of my favorites back in the day.
Yeah.
I fucking loved Adam. And, you know, and then just hearing him talk about like, you know, what he went through and what he refers to as Adam 3.0. And then, you know, how he said like, you know, Adam 3.0 barely survived. I'm sure that there's a crazy story there. And, you know, we get to see this new Adam, this Adam 4.0, and I'm already hooked, just like I was back in the day. So it was so awesome to see him come in. So I'm going to give him honorable mention. He deserves an MVP, but Kefla just touched my heart in a kind of different way. So
Here, just to make it even, I'll do Adam as MVP and Kifla as honorable mention.
okay, there
Cheersies.
we can split it. There we go. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. Kara. Brandon.
Ooh, I like that.
Me and Rick agree 100%. That's where I was going with Kara and Brandon.
Good. Brandon, yeah, Brandon's fucking awesome too. It's so hard to pick an MVP, like, because there's so many people. Like, I could literally give one to freaking Tina for just like being so entertaining. And also, screw all of you out there making fun of Tina, okay? We all know Tina's not here for a physical, like she's not here for the physical abilities, okay? We know that. She's here because she's fucking funny and she talks shit. Okay, and she does stupid shit like jump in the pool fully clothed literally the second they get to the fucking house. So
The better one is her going down the fucking water slide with the dish soap.
yeah. Oh my God, the Dawn dish soap.
She almost went over the side.
I thought she was gonna break her neck. I was like, oh my god.
There was soap in that pool forever. I promise you that. Yeah.
Oh
You
God,
just gave
that's
me a
her.
light bulb. I'm sorry, I forgot. S Club 7, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Gonna show you how.
How did I forget? Shame on me. That was one of my highlights of this episode was that damn song.
Yeah, the real MVP is whoever's picking this music.
Yes.
Fuck, 4 years running now. Like every single All Stars is
The
like
music is
fire
on
music.
fire. Yeah.
Maybe they need to transition.
We haven't had music like that on the regular one since what? War of the Worlds?
Maybe before that. I don't
Fuck,
know.
before
Yeah.
that, it's.
I don't know. I'm in Canada, so I get weird EDM techno music.
I mean,
Oh.
Although not this season because I am using ulterior means to watch my show, so I get the good music.
I didn't even know they did that. I'm a dumb American, though, so
I
I
almost
don't know these things.
It's like copyright blah 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 for music.
It's almost harder to pick the MVP of songs this episode.
Oh,
Rick, there ain't no party like an S Club party. Get over it.
I don't know. The Alanis Morissette for Kara was
So
pretty
perfectly
fucking
placed.
perfect. Yeah,
yeah.
I'd probably go.
Plus Canadian content.
The only thing that was missing was a little Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh my God. Anyway. Anyway. Dork.
All right. Alexis, your MVPs?
Well, I'm gonna mimic definitely Kara, but I'm going Kifla. To me, he's the real MVP because he's got a Road Rules tattoo.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I love that.
I was like, man, that's awesome.
yeah, I
like
do
that.
love that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
that wraps up episode
Wait,
1.
Katie, did you go?
Oh, wait, Katie. Who's
You forgot about me?
look, we're going quick. You got to just jump in. You just got to go.
You wanted to talk about a song.
My MVP was the song, okay?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not mad about that at all.
No, I was gonna go Kifla and Cam. It's gotta be Cam.
I love that.
Pull
I
in.
love that.
Can I change mine?
Go ahead.
I want to change it to Cam.
That's fair. Look,
I love that.
I don't have an argument against any of them because Cam made a fucking killer move, which was just don't vote for Leroy.
Yeah.
And it worked. All right. So, I mean, I thought just like you guys, it was a great episode. And I was really excited that we got another episode right back to back with this, which actually you guys are going to get to is an episode back to back. So with that being said, for myself, Ricky Hayes, for my beautiful wife, Corrina Hayes, for Tony Stats and Info Lance, Katie Bad Blood Pahura. I didn't hear anything you said. Katie Bad Blood Pahura, Alexis Tex Rawson, Josh motherfucking Chambers. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you download it. It doesn't actually download to your phone, it just downloads to your account. And that way you can listen to your episodes, even if you're not connected to Wi-Fi. For all of us, thank you for tuning in. If you like the show, rate it 5 stars. If you didn't, hit us up on Yelp. Love y'all. Bye.
See ya.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.